Okay, pardon me. Sorry about that. So I guess my audio is working. I don't see that it's working in OBS, but it works in the videos. So, alrighty. Sorry that I didn't record this as I was doing it, but it worked right out of the box, and I was not expecting that because it's kind of, I thought it was a little far-fetched, but I'll show you what I did anyway. So, well, basically, let me set this back. I think I did this on another video, or maybe I didn't post that video. Anyways, so the program works like this, right? It creates these little dunes. You've seen that before in one of my previous videos. Okay, so it has a texture that it references in here. This one. So it chooses a random 16, and the coordinates are pretty even, 0.25 up to 1.0, right? 0 to 1.0, whatever, and then it uses the coordinates and it sends it through the graphics pipeline, and it pipes this onto a point sprite, and we've gone through that. Okay, so what I did was I have another graphic that I wanted to use, and I wanted to reference into this, right? So of course, I did the PowerShell thing, and I looked inside this graphic for just like this section right here, right? So I started with 128 by 320, and then it's 20 by 20. So the graphic is, this is the size of the graphic. This is the beginning, 128 by 320, right? And then this is the width and the height of the sprite that we're trying to get. So then it gave me the coordinates, and then I subtracted out and found the offset, of course, which is the same because it's 20. So the beginning is 0.25, 0.625, and then the offset is 0.0391, 0.0391. Okay, so now making sense of that. So we want to go into this init function, and here we're going to set image to 2. What I did was I portioned this out so that when you initialize the dunes class, based on what you set the image variable equal to, it does this image or that image, so it will load either one. So I could create a class called the dunes1, and then I can create another class called the dunes2, and then depending upon over here what I set that image variable equal to, it's going to use that image and reference into it and create your background. Okay, so the main thing is right here in the initialization function, where this sets up the texture coordinates for choosing later. Okay, so it sets up the 16 texture coordinates for image 1. Image 2, it does nothing because we don't have that yet. And we're not going to for image 2 because it's not a uniform image like image 1 is. It's like all over the place, and we're going to figure out stuff, and it's going to be a little bit more organized, and it's going to be interesting. So there's going to be different code here instead of just this. Okay, and also inside of this function where you're filling in the vertices, and right here where it's deciding a random number to choose into the texture array and texture coordinate array, and then assign it to the texture coordinates, and then and what I did was I added the second set of texture coordinates as just an offset that we inside the oh, it's not in here right now, but inside the dunes fragment shader, it takes the second set of texture coordinates. See, there's the first set, and the second set is called the width and height, right? So in the width and height, I just added it right inside here, and I may have listed this on another video too, but I don't think it got posted to YouTube. So anyways, GL point coordinates x times the width and height plus the offset, and then there it is again, times the width and height y plus the offset, and then that's how it references through the texture, which is pretty awesome. So what I did with the first image, of course, is what you saw in the previous videos. Okay, the only thing I did was I added these two lines because they're all the same. They're all the same width and height. So with the second image now, I'm just using one specific section of the image for the entire, so there's not going to be 16 to choose from, just one. Okay, so I specified that, which is our beginning, right? And then I just gave it the width and height right here. which is our width and height that we found out from the mathematics. Okay, and then we do it, and it works. I will compile it and show you. Okay, so we've, excuse me. So it's going to load image 2, and it's all set down here to image equals 2. Okay, so we run it. See, now instead of the background being the dunes, it is that sand color, which is really cool, actually. And we might even use that a little bit in the dunes. But so what this allows me to do now is once I map this graphic, Windows is updating right now. So see, it started at 3 gigabytes, so it's up to 8. So it's almost 1.5 gigabytes already downloaded for this new update. So anyways, so I'm just going to go through this image and just map it out, and then I can actually have all of this for use in the program. So I can have this section. I can start to label all the different sections, like the ground. Just kind of get organized with it, and then have different sections of the map for this, and different sections of the map with that texture and all that. So that is going to be some rockin' fun, some nerdy rockin' fun. So stay tuned for that, dude bros. Okay. Anyways, I guess I'm going to try to do more programming while I wait for Windows to update. So I guess that's what it takes for me to actually do some programming, is Windows has to update. Because otherwise, I'd be honest with you, I'd be in game. I'd be playing a game. I wouldn't be programming. So, all right. Well, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and stay tuned for what's coming next.